Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns. Welcome to 333 Magic 9, where the cards and stars come together to bring you spiritual insights for your life. You can subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications for when I have new videos. Visit my website for a special introductory offer, internetpsychicreadings.com. The link will be below. Now, let's take a close look at the power of the stars and the cards. Gemini, the card for the first week of the month is the Chariot. There's a very good reason to have the Chariot as the card because there's so much mercurial energy around, and there's a lot of energy that's going back and forth, so it's good to hold on tight, so to speak. Now, the reason for this is that there is going to be a Mercury square to Saturn, but it doesn't happen only once, it actually happens twice in 1 week, and that is highly unusual. So when this happens, it will be down in the fifth house, and that's the house of creativity and romance. So you have to really be careful of what you're doing or saying, especially in romantic situations. So don't mess around with people you don't know. Now, the double Saturn square falls up into your eighth house, and that's the house of sensuality and the psychic. So you must maintain your boundaries and know your limits. If you're too aggressive or come on too strong, you may face some loss or rejection. Now, this will be even more important as we go to the end of the week. As you can see, the moon goes down, and moon will make a triple opposition to Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. And this can throw everybody off their emotional balance. So do be aware. The card for the second week is the Hierophant. Now, this is a very powerful card, and you will understand in a little while when I get to the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, because this takes on that type of powerful energy. So we're going to have Venus in the fifth house, and Venus in Libra in the fifth is actually a very good placement for romance and creativity, for meeting people, going out to dinner, all those things that are going to be pleasurable. The problem is that there is an opposition to Mars in the 11th house, which may suggest that friends may tempt you to have too much of a good time. So think about consequences, especially in group situations. Now, here's the really important aspect. Jupiter joins Pluto in the house of rebirth. This is an exact conjunction. And I call this conjunction the Kingmaker or the King Breaker. So this position of Jupiter and Pluto in the eighth house is a real important time for rebirth. You can face your fears, you can heal your soul, and you can overcome insecurities. Now, this will also be energized because you have Mars moving direct in your 11th house of associates. So it's an important time to know what you can do to better the world and how to apply your sense of compassion to others. You're going to need cooperation to get ahead. The card for the third week is the Fool, and that's really one of my favorite cards, and you'll understand in a minute why I've chosen the Fool for this week. Now, there is going to be a new moon in your sixth house. Now, this will increase your emotional approach to work and any health issues that you might be having. So really what you need to do is to be moderate. That's the right response, especially at work. So don't be too demanding of yourself because your emotions are involved too much in what you're doing. And don't be too demanding of others as well. Venus in the fifth house can increase your ability to seek out and enjoy pleasure. Now, that sounds really good. Haha, but there is a triple square to Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in the eighth house of sensuality and shared resources. So you must maintain your boundaries and know your personal limits. Don't be foolish. Don't make silly mistakes, and don't be manipulated by others. The card for the fourth house is the Queen of Wands, and she is a very stabilizing influence, and she's very helpful. That is why I've chosen her here, because you're going to have a lot of energy going through your sixth house. So you may need to talk to somebody to help you reorganize yourself or to start a healthy routine. You'll feel better, you'll be more productive. Now, there's a very, very nice trine here from Mercury to Neptune, and Neptune is with the moon. So this can help you feel better and be more creative. So Neptune up here in the top of your chart can open up new opportunities. So you can go to someone like the Queen of Wands to get some help, to get some creative input, to get some inspiration for your vision. This can enhance your work. So when Venus is at the end of the week in opposition to Uranus, you definitely might need to go talk to somebody because this opposition goes from the sixth house to the 12th house. Now, it suggests that you must maintain balance between your inner needs, and that is your spiritual needs here in the 12th house, and the needs that you have in your personal routine or in your work. So you have to be responsible both in your outer world and in your inner spiritual world, and the Queen of Wands can give good advice to help you do that. I'd like to thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe because these videos are free, and hit the little bell for notifications. And for a special offer, visit my website, internetpsychicreadings.com.